In Kenya, we have this saying, mambo ni mengi, masaa ndio machache, meaning the time is limited, but so many things are happening at the same time. Welcome to 2026. The year just began, but I'm very sure you've seen that a lot of things have already taken place and they are still taking place. A few days ago, there was a list of about 75 countries that have been banned from processing non-immigrant visas indefinitely to the United States. The next day, actually, another list comes out that some Caribbean countries have accepted to take deportees from the United States. This is wild. You know why? Because these countries that have accepted to take the deportees from the United States are on the list of countries that have been banned or have been suspended from processing non-immigrant visas for their citizens. But for whatever reasons, these countries are going to be accepting deportees who are not their citizens from the United States. Welcome to 2026.
In early January, it was announced that 3 small Caribbean countries are now on the list of countries who have agreed to, better yet have been bullied into, receiving third country national deportees from the United States. What have we seen? They've been deporting folks to South America and also to a number of countries in Africa. Well, you can also now add St. Kitts and Nevis, Dominica, Antigua, and Barbuda to the list. What's interesting is those 3 countries were subject to the expansion of the travel ban in December. And now in January, they're announcing they are now accepting third country national deportees from the US. St. Kitts and Nevis, their prime minister has made it clear that the agreement that they have with the United States is that they'll take third country deportees from other CARICOM Caribbean countries, excluding, not including Haitian nationals due to security reasons.
In case you are not aware, let me give you some context. The United States currently has millions of people with final removal or deportation orders. Some of these individuals cannot be sent back easily to their country of origin because first, maybe there's lack of diplomatic cooperation. Second, there's security concerns. Third, there's documentation issues or maybe unstable conditions in their home countries. So because of this, the United States has been seeking third country agreements, meaning other countries that would agree to temporarily or conditionally receive these deportees who are not their own citizens in their own countries. It makes me wonder though, what would happen after the 2 or 3 years? Will these people be integrated in the new country, or will they go back to the United States, or will they go back to their country of birth? Are they hoping that in 2, 3 years that the conditions are going to be stable in their country of birth? Because I'm certain the United States will not accept these people back to the United States. I also learned that these countries are accepting to take, of course, they have some conditions they have to set. So they are accepting to take the deportees with certain conditions. And one of the shocking conditions that I saw is that, yeah, we're going to take the deportees that you bring, except if they are Haitians. Haiti is part of CARICOM. It's a full member of CARICOM. In case you don't know, CARICOM is the organization or like the way we have in Africa, the way we have African Union. So they have CARICOM, which is a cooperation of Caribbean countries. So Haiti is one of them, but that was shocking. But before we go into that, let's go step by step and see some of these countries that have accepted, and let's see what conditions they are willing to take in the deportees from the United States. Dominica, which is a very beautiful lush green island in the Caribbean, is one of the first Caribbean countries to publicly confirm that it has agreed to accept certain deportees from the United States. So the government stated that the deportees will be fully and carefully vetted. Individuals with serious criminal backgrounds will not be accepted. And the numbers are going to be limited. So they have a limit of the people that they can take in. And the arrangement is controlled and conditional. And Dominica insisted that it is not an open door policy, but a diplomatic cooperation. This is also significant because Dominica is a small island nation with limited resources, yet it agreed to participate under strict safeguards. I don't know. Let me know in the comment section below, what do you think is going to happen to these people, because they are not going to get citizenship. They are not coming there as tourists. They are literally moving there. So do you think these people are going to end up being citizens, or do you think that the United States is going to accept them back after the 2 years or 3 years based on the agreement? I've not seen any of the agreement, but if you know, let us know in the comment section below. Well, is Dominica on the list of countries that have been suspended from processing non-immigrant visas for their citizens to go to the United States? Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Anyway, let's go to the next country. Antigua and Barbuda, very beautiful place. I've visited there before. It has also entered into an agreement with the United States, but with very tight restrictions. So according to officials, they are saying they will only accept CARICOM nationals, and the deportees must not have violent or sexual criminal records. And preference is going to be given to individuals with skills, licenses, or professional background. They also state that the stay is going to be temporary, and they can only stay at a maximum, or for a maximum of 2 years. The deportees will not automatically gain residency or work rights. And they've also been very clear that this agreement is limited, selective, and conditional. The next country is a very small island in the Caribbean. In fact, it's said to be the smallest country in the Western Hemisphere, with a population of less than 50,000 people. St. Kitts and Nevis have also confirmed that they have reached an agreement with the United States. It's one of those tiny islands, small islands that I've had the opportunity to visit. Very beautiful, but it's like everybody knows everybody. You can kind of know so many people. You'll probably be driving in the streets. You're going to see your schoolmate, you're going to see your teacher, you are going to see your colleague. Whichever part of the island you go, chances of meeting somebody that you know are very, very high. So what makes the agreement between St. Kitts and the United States very notable is that it applies only to CARICOM nationals and Haitians. Haitian nationals who are also part of the CARICOM are explicitly excluded. So they are willing to take the deportees if they come from CARICOM countries, but the deportees must not be Haitian. Interesting, right? So that makes me wonder, where or does Haiti stand? Where does Haiti stand in this CARICOM cooperation? It doesn't make sense. It's really sad. It must be really tough. It must be so rough to be Haitian, because even your regional cooperation or your regional economic, CARICOM countries, they don't want you. That's wild. I don't know. Let me know what you think. That was a shocker for me. I did not expect that. But let me know what you think in the comment section. Why is it that Haitians are not allowed, or will not, the deportees? I mean, deportees are deportees. It doesn't matter where they're coming from. If they committed, if maybe it's, let's say, somebody maybe from Bahamas, or somebody from maybe Jamaica or Trinidad, Barbados, if they are in the United States and they are being deported, being removed from the United States for a certain crime that they did, and a Haitian did the same crime, what's the difference? What's the difference? Let me know what you think in the comment section below. This has, generated a lot of conversation online where a lot of people are questioning, like, where does Haiti stand when it comes to the CARICOM cooperation? Let me know what you think in the comment section below. Is St. Kitts and Nevis among the countries that have been suspended from processing non-immigrant visas? Yes. Is Antigua and Barbuda among the countries that have been suspended from processing non-immigrant visas? Yes. But they're still getting into agreement to accept deportees from the United States. This is wild, you know? Another country that I know that has gotten into some sort of memorandum is St. Lucia, one beautiful Caribbean island. I've not had an opportunity to visit yet, but I can't wait to visit at some point. So St. Lucia has acknowledged that it signed a memorandum of understanding with the United States as well. They have not released a lot of, details, but the officials confirmed that the deportees will be screened and the numbers will be limited. And they also said that the agreement does not override the national immigration laws. And another condition is that participation is not permanent or unconditional. So St. Lucia stressed that national security and public safety remain priority. However, they did not go into details of, the agreement, what it entails, how long these people are going to be staying after they've been deported to St. Lucia. And is St. Lucia among the countries that have been suspended from processing the non-immigrant visas to the United States? Yes, it is. It's also very important to say this. It's not all Caribbean countries that have agreed. Some countries, including the Bahamas and Turks and Caicos, publicly rejected similar proposals, and they cited that they have limited infrastructure. It will cause, like, the bringing in more people will cause a lot of strain to their resources, and of course they also have security concerns. So this is not accepting the deportees is not a unified Caribbean position. Each country has made its own decision. For me, what makes this very interesting, like I said, is that it's ironical. This is a very ironical situation. These same countries have faced bans, not even the first time they've probably experienced this. They have had immigration slowdowns or, even strained migration relationship with the US. And now they are being asked by the United States to help manage their deportation challenges. It kind of shows how migration policy is one-sided and how power, diplomacy, and, and necessity sometimes often shift roles. Anyway, I want to make this clear. This is not about judgment at all. It's just about understanding what's happening globally, how migration policies affect real people, real countries, and real communities on both sides. So let me know if you found this breakdown helpful, and let me know your thoughts respectfully in the comments. And thank you for listening to me. Before we close down this conversation, I saw Kenyans, I'm a Kenyan, so I saw Kenyans celebrating that Kenya is not among the list of countries that have been suspended from processing the non-immigrant visas. Probably the only country in East Africa that was not affected. We know lots of our neighbors were affected, countries in West Africa, countries in the Caribbean were affected, and even students, people who were in the process of going to school to go and study, they can no longer go there. People who are processing the non-immigrant visas, where you have something, maybe it's a work permit or work, going to the US for work, maybe you found a job. Unfortunately, you cannot do that anymore. So I saw a lot of Kenyans celebrating. They were saying, oh, Kenya is not a third world country. Oh, you must put some respect on Kenya. Of course, I'm proud of being a Kenyan. I'm proud of my citizenship as a Kenyan. I'm proud to be born in Kenya. However, have you forgotten that it's just a few weeks ago, or was it a few months ago, that we learned that our government got into a deal with the United States where the United States will be accessing all our health records and data for 5 years. And they say they're going to use that to process and make drugs. Now that makes me wonder, when you go to hospital, when they draw blood, chances are your blood might end up somewhere being used in experiments in the United States. So our government got into a deal. So it's like a one-sided relationship from what I believe. It depends if you cooperate with the United States, if you fall into or you fall for their demands, if you accept whatever they want, then you'll be able to, like evade some things like such bans. But uh to what extent? To what extent? And for what benefit, really? So let me know your thoughts and opinion in the comment section below. Don't forget to hit the like button, share, and subscribe. And I'll definitely see you on the next one. Until then, and if you enjoy such videos, let me know, because I think I'll be doing a lot of sit-downs and conversations and issues that matter in society, and just sharing my opinion and experiences all across the world. Thank you so much. I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye. Ciao.